Good morning. I am running behind again. I am also Terry Morgan. And we're here to practice Wudang Qigong. The advanced sets this morning, 10 through 18, as far as we get. It is Friday, October 15th, 2021. I appreciate that you waited for me, and we'll get started. I have something I am going to mention. I'm going to mention it some more later than some other classes. I was looking back at some of my archives and things that I've got from way back in the day. And this year, 2021, marks 25 years since I co-founded the Wudang Research Association in 1996. Website was launched in November 1996. I'm got to do some kind of commemoration thing. At 25 years is a pretty big milestone, and I'm still a little giddy over thinking about that. So, with that in mind, let's do basic stretch first. Feet a bit wider than shoulder width. Open the arms. Move the legs. Relax through the hips. Relax through the body. And hands circles front. Basic stretch. Up. Reach out. Relax through the body. Keep the knees bent. Open the hip. Pull up as you reach out so the hip goes over the legs. Stretch up. Come on back to center. Alright. As we're going to get started, we're going to go through 10 through however far I get this morning. Alright? As we get started, pay attention today to a little bit of the body mechanics, right, and this idea that we want to use each part, each group of muscles, each group of tendons, ligaments, the physical body. So, I'm talking physical body right now. We want to use that in the most relaxed, efficient, and coordinated manner possible. Okay? So, pull in to the bone, open the joints, keep the body relaxed. The hip is a joint. Keep it open. Shaking the tail feathers. Watch one time. Press down. And go to the other side. Alright? As we come across, right? Press down here. Right? So, come up, press down, palms flat and open. Turn to the center, come across, and down to the other side. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head, tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Breathe in, palms up. And breathe out. Press down. Circle. And press down. Turn. Breathe in. And breathe out. Circle. Keep the back open. Come back to center. Relax the upper body. Relax through the hips. Allow the waist to turn. As the waist turns, turn the upper body, turn the lower body. Everything works together. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, 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 breathe out. One more time. Relax the shoulders. Open the back. And breathe in. Palms down on both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright. I'm going to get some coffee here. As we practice today, okay, and I have talked about this countless times, there are days when I will give a particular focus. Today, the particular focus is the physical effort, the physical movements, and making that effort as well coordinated as possible, while at the same time distinguishing and using well. This idea of using well is more than a couple of seconds. I'm not going to talk about it right now. Using well all of the muscles, tendons, ligaments, everything that is connected to the bone, so that all the body parts are working together. No, it's not a beginner level exercise. It's not. Okay, I got to step with this, so I'm going to adjust the camera in just a second. A little bit more floor space here. There we go. That's what I got. All right. So, Wudang presents fruit. Breathe in, breathe out. Shift, extend, return, eat the fruit. Seriously, that's the name of the move. Present the fruit and eat the fruit. Okay? As you extend, pay attention to, and I'm going to do this to the side, this goes to the 45, but pay attention to the idea of back leg, watch, back heel, back here. This comes up and extends out. This is connected to this, okay? Pay attention to the connection between both centers of the palm, the lagom, and the bubbling well in both feet, not just the back one. You've got to pay attention to that extension, but pay attention to the front foot as well. The bubbling well, the Yung Chuan, at the base of the foot corresponds to the Lao Wung in the center of the palm. Okay, pay attention. Feet right shoulder width apart, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head. Relax through the whole back and extend the spine, drop the tailbone. Breathe in, breathe out. Shift right, open the toes left. Drop the tailbone, extend through the leg, and return. Open the back. Sink, go to the right side. Same thing. Open the Ming Men, the center and the spine and the lower back. As you drop the tailbone, the hip alignment will change slightly and give you the extension that you're looking for. That I'm asking you to look for, I'll put it that way. Yes, it does come from underneath. Sink. Lower Dantian, middle Dantian, come up through the Renjung and extend. Return. To the lower Dantian, and from the lower Dantian, middle Dantian, extend and return. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Extend, use the breath. Drop the hip, open the back. Last time. Sink and breathe in. Palms down on both sides. Push up to crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. As we make these connections, right, you'll feel it. It's not a, okay, you can, do this, do this, do this. You pay attention to what you should be doing. And you look for, where does this feel the way that it should? What's it supposed to feel like, right? Supposed to feel like there's a complete connection through the entire body, through that entire extension. It's connected. There's no separation. In order to do that, the hips have to be open. The leg's going to have to work. The lower back has to be open so that the leg can work, so that that extension actually does move through the spine into the leg. The muscles and tendons are connected through there. They really are. I've injured myself a couple of times, and there's a couple of times on video from last year or something. Yeah, it's connected. It's most definitely connected. So, we want to use that connection. Finding where the body is in correct alignment to be able to make the connection in the first place and then be able to sustain it is why we're practicing. It's what we're looking for, okay? So if it's there, work it. If it's not quite there yet, this is what we're working for. This is what it should be. Pay attention. All right, Red Phoenix flies into the sun. Come across, down, inside. Outside turns to inside and comes up. Outside turns to inside and comes up. Okay? I'm going to keep going. So what I just did, I'm not going to go too slow, I'm not going to go too fast. Pay attention to this body alignment that I'm talking about. Pay attention to pulling up from underneath the ribs so that as you go up, you take your hip with you. Feet your back shoulder width apart, stand straight. Breathe in and breathe out. Arms crossed, left to the inside. Come down. Left stays on the inside right now. Come up. Right to the outside. Press down. Right turns under. And up. Left to the outside. Press down. Left turns to the inside. And up. Relax as you sink and go up and down. Up, well, maybe, and down. This side is happy to go up. This side, not so much. There we go. Sometimes my hip decides it's not going to work. Relax into it. Think about just easy up and down. Keep going. 2 more. Open the breath. Last time. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. From the center. Breathe in. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe out. And relax. Down. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, this connected breath, when you use a little bit more, string grass to seek the snake. As I'm here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we go down, pay attention to using the back, keeping the back up, supporting the hip, and allowing the leg to bend in the hip. Okay? So everything here supports itself. Your legs don't have to do that work. Your legs, pay attention to your legs. Wrap the muscle to the bone, all along the bone on the leg. Bone on the leg starts up here, goes down to the knee joint, bones in the lower leg, right? Pay attention to how closely you can wrap the muscle so that it's smooth and resilient. No bunching. You don't grip. Okay? Only go as far down as you can to get back up. Okay, if you can't go that far down, don't go. Keep the hip open. We want to try and go a little bit lower today. So the more open the hip, the more you support the torso with the muscles in the torso, the easier it is to do. Feet right shoulder width apart. Open the arms. Relax and breathe in. Palms up. Breathe out. Press down. Turn. 1, 2, 3, and open. Come back up. And center. Turn. 1, 2, 3, open. Come back up. Relax the upper back through the turn. Use the waist. It's not swing the arms so much as it is turn the waist. Okay? Turn, 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 turn. Open. Sink as you return. And sink. Two more. Use the extension to return. Last time. Center. Breathe in one more time. Hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels, and lower. Stay there, breathe in. And breathe out. Alright. This combination of, we're going to dragon and tiger join together, okay? This combination of coordination and really using all of the body parts gives us a greater level of strength and resiliency than we have if we're only paying attention to the big pieces. Alright? So I'm only going to pay attention to the big muscles in my body. Alright? So I got the back of the leg, I got the abs, I got a couple other places, I got the deltoids. I'm only going to pay attention to those. That isn't going to give you the fine level of movement that we're looking for. It won't. You have to go deeper. Dragon and tiger join together. Hang on a second. Something that I had some piece of hair here. All right, as we move through, pay attention again to this idea that we want to support upper body with the upper body, not support the body on the leg. It's over the leg. The more you can pull up through here, through the rib, the easier it is to bring the leg up. This pulls up. It really does. You can feel it. Pull yourself up. I can't do it for you. You have to do that. This is the small muscles underneath the ribs that attach to the top of the hip. Pull up. Told you it was advanced class. Alright. Wait a minute, I gotta step back here. Alright, and breathe in. And breathe out. Turn toes just a little bit, and as you shift, extend, pull up, bring it in, come back to center, shift right, and extend, pull in, and center. Keep going. Remember that little bit of a shift in the toes. On the supporting leg, as you're transferring the weight. Toes come down straight, then turn. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. And last time, relax through the back, open the back, open the hip. Let the leg extend. Center. And breathe in. Palms down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Breathe out. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Some of what we're doing and what we want to do with Qigong practice is to fundamentally open and use all of the body parts, everything we got, put it to use. Alright, so this idea of pulling up and opening the hip it asks us to use a bunch of small muscles all up and through here. Sorry, not just the big one, small ones. As we do that, it releases tension back here in the hip, okay? There's big muscle back here, right? Your hip bone is up in here. As we pull all of this up, it lets this release. You're no longer using these small muscles to support your body. That gives you the ability to move the leg more freely in the hip. Combine that with strength and some training and some little bit of stretching, and the leg will come up to 120 plus. Mine used to hit about 110, 120-ish, about there. And I could keep it there. Now, I know people that could take it to here and leave it there. All right? So, once you get it above 90, it's easier. It really is. Getting up to 90 is tough. It is. Coiling Snake. So we're going to open that hip just a little bit more. Turn around the spine So both legs stay open. This moves around. Hips are open. Legs are staying pretty much where they are. And everything else is turning around it. Now, yes, my knees are moving a little bit. Yeah, my feet are moving a little bit. Yeah, okay, it's not stuck there. But fundamentally, this turn is through the hip, through the leg, twist through the spine. If the legs, both of them, if they're open enough through the hip, we go all the way up and down without too much effort. I didn't say no effort, I said too much. If not, it's not going to happen. Okay? If it's not open and the legs are not strong enough, it's not going to happen. All right? So, for today, we're going to work on opening the hip and strengthening the legs a little bit. As we turn, pay attention to opening through the legs. Keep the legs open as we turn and go down. Okay? And come back up. This turn ultimately goes all the way down. Try not to lean. Pay attention to the heel and the hip on the supporting leg side. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. And breathe in. Palms up. Breathe out and down. Turn to the left. And turn more. Turn, keep the legs open, and come on back up. And oh yeah, it looks a whole lot easier than it is. Keep it open. Pull up as you turn down. And come on up. Look behind you. Keep your hip open. Don't let the turning leg collapse into your hip. Don't let your abs collapse. Keep that open. That's what will bring you back up if you get down to the floor. It is. Now, pull up. Stay up. Turn. Keep the back straight as possible. Turn around the hip. Two more. Twist. Yeah. Last time. Hands down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. be on the floor by next spring. White snake sticks out its tongue. It's my day. I'm having a day. I'm having a day. White snake sticks out its tongue. And we turn 1, 2, 3. Come around 1, 2, and 3. As the palms come up, prepare to change to snake tongue. Okay, so it's open fingers. As the hand comes across, pay attention to the wrist. 1, 2, 3. That outward is not as pronounced as I just gave it. It's fairly subtle. It's there. It's part of centering as we come to center and get ready to turn to the other side. Pay attention to being in the center. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn. Left and 1, 2, 3. Come across 1, 2, 3. And on the right. 1, 2, 3. Come across 1, 2, and 3. Up. Out. In. Round and out. And up. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Up. Turn the waist. Sink. And come up. 1, 2, 3. Turn 1, 2, 3. Across. And again. 2 more. Lots of circles in this one. Two, 3, come across 1, 2, and 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3, come across 1, 2, and center 3. Up. Press down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright. We have Leopard climbs a tree and paying homage to the peaks. And I've decided that I'm going to postpone both of those for another time. The effort that I put forth and would need to put forth to do both of those will push me beyond where I want to go today. Recognizing that limit, I've been doing some things today that with the physical movements that are most assuredly more advanced. I've talked about that. The level of practice, okay, takes a lot of effort. It's supposed to look easy, right? That's the idea. Somebody looks at you, oh yeah, that looks really easy. It's not. It's not. As we do that, as we practice, it's so very important to learn to listen to the body and to know what it's telling you and to know when to stop. Okay? There's the youthful vigor that will keep pushing on, which is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. There's the part of understanding where that risk, I'm tired and I'm working this and there's a risk and it's okay, I'm going to keep going, or it's not and I'm going to stop. Okay, so I've decided to stop. I pointed out earlier that in that connection through the spine, right, that as this was in Why Day Presents a Fruit, right, as we extend here, we want the Ming Men, the center here in the back, to be open, and we want the hip to be open here so that the small muscles that extend into the hip from the lower spine are engaged, and the small muscles that connect the leg up into the hip are also engaged. Working at that level, all right? Paying attention at that level. You get tired. Also opens the opportunity for being too tired, and maybe there's going to be an injury, and I don't want any risk of injury to myself anymore. I don't. So I'm not doing that. Not today. There are a couple of things that we did today that I'm going to call out. The turning in Coiling Snake. That twist and down. Paying attention, again, there's just small muscles in the hip. As we go down, this opening right here, this opens, Ming Men here, so that the back is open and turning all the way down. We want to do this slowly, right? This is slow practice. At this level, this is slow practice. This is refining practice, okay? Next week, I'm back with Advanced Yang Style on Monday, Advanced Wudang Style Tai Chi on Tuesday, Wednesday, Wudang Tai Chi Sword, Thursday, Beginning Qigong, and Friday, we're back here with the advanced sets. And as I did last week, I may decide to work backwards next week. I may decide to take a couple of sets off of the front, so we might work from sets, I might make an arrangement of sets, I'll put it that way. So there needs to be time to warm up the body and put the body into, I just talked about this at length, there needs to be time to warm up the body and put the body into condition to work through all of the details in the exercise. I know I've been chatty this morning. I hope that it's been useful and not just something that I hope it's been useful. As I review, I will double check and see. I appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you so much.